Welcome back to another episode of Scot Talk, where we sit down with members of the College of Wooster coaching staff and get to know them. I'm Ted Wells, a senior political science major and member of the men's lacrosse team, and I'm joined by head coach PJ Kavanagh, who's been at the college since 2015. Thank you for joining us, Coach Kavanagh.
Thanks for having me, Ted. I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. Well, you have plenty of experience at the Division III level with head coaching experience at two other institutions. What makes Worcester stand out to you?
Well, when I first found the job was open, I was actually working in New York, and they ended up bringing in another guy who had been here before. I moved to Ohio to take a different job, and then this job opened up again, and I was very intrigued. Three of the last six coaches at this school have been from my high school, which is really kind of amazing. And I knew it was a great college. I got a letter from them when I was a senior in high school, and I knew about the great athletic tradition. When I dug further into the college, I learned a little bit more about the outstanding academic IS program and some other aspects of the education here. And those things were just a great draw.
Definitely makes sense. When on the recruiting trail, what are you looking for out of prospective Scots, and what can they expect upon coming to the college?
So what we'd like, everybody wants, great size, great athletic ability, good speed, stick handling, all the rest of it. We don't, we want the same thing, but we also want a guy who's going to make the hustle plays, that don't catch your eye. The guy who's going to make, the double assist that might not count in a scorebook. A guy who's going to play fast, hard, like relentless and unselfish. And if those guys are the talented kids, those are really what we look for. When they come here, we want a little different. We want a guy that's willing to go the extra mile for his teammate, a guy that's willing to buy into our outstanding culture, a guy who's going to be relentless in his effort, to make plays for his teammates, and a guy who's an unselfish, team first kind of kid.
Thanks, Coach. Worcester plays its games at John P. Papp Stadium, and the team also uses facilities inside the Scot Center. What are some of the features that stand out to you about the athletic facilities?
I think you named two of them, and the third is our terrific weight room. So, we've got weight room times locked up for our guys to get in there and do a lot of work with our new assistant coach, Coach Neisler, who's, a strength and conditioning guy. We've got a facility that we can use for practice, with inclement weather, being occasionally an issue here in Northeast Ohio. And then the stadium is fantastic. So really the stadium, the field house, and the weight room are just terrific pieces for us to utilize and then recruit to.
Awesome. As we near the end of this episode of Scot Talk, we're going to fire off some questions, and we want you to answer with the first thing that pops into your head. Sound good, Coach?
Sure.
Awesome. So to start it off, favorite memory from your playing days in college?
We played Bucknell my senior year on spring party weekend. We had to play them on Sunday, and it was a 1-goal lead with less than a minute left, and I covered the ball, on the upper right-hand side, right in front of all of our stands, and I'll never forget that. It was amazing. I think I may have even slammed my stick on the ground and banged my shaft in my face, and got very excited and was excited to match up against that guy.
Love it. Favorite professional lacrosse player?
There's a lot. Gary Gate, Paul Gate, the Powells are all fantastic, great Syracuse lacrosse legends.
Mm-hmm. Favorite thing to do in Worcester?
Whether it's Worcester or the town I live in, which is just down the road, my favorite thing to do is to watch my kids play youth and high school sports.
Mm-hmm. Favorite non-athletic tradition at the College of Wooster?
There's a few. I really find the fill in the arch with the snow is pretty amazing. So probably that.
Okay. And finally, favorite spot on campus that isn't an athletic facility?
Lowry, hands down, baby. You got to go there and get some Lowry lunch as often as possible.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for joining us on Scot Talk, Coach Kavanagh, and we'll be back soon with another episode.
Thank you very much, Ted.